What's up, y'all? AJ Simmons checking in with another podcast, another video for you. Listen, if you fail, what do you do? Okay, and this video was requested by Train with Nikki R on Instagram, so shout out to her. And before I get into the topic real quick, I just got to say this. Make sure that if you're going to use your Gmail or any type of personal email account that's not like a custom email account named after your custom domain name. And when I say that, what I mean is if you don't have like a AJ at cleanbiznetwork.com type email for your cleaning service, if you're going to use like a personal Gmail account or Yahoo account or whatever other account, make sure that email account has a professional name to it. Don't mix your personal emails with your business email, okay? I just saw an email come in and the person's name is not professional, okay? So just make sure that you don't got nothing crazy like Hood Rich Papa, you know what I mean? Or as your, because it's like their email address is a regular email address, but when you look at their username when the email address, because y'all got to remember with Gmail shows the person's name. It doesn't show just the email. It shows your name up there too. So make sure that you update that, okay? If you're going to be using those type of emails, I gotta say that, all right? Because you can lose an account and not, or you lose the bid rather. Like as soon as you send a proposal, you cannot even get the contract just off of that, okay? So and if you got the starter kit course, I teach you how to create a website and get your custom email address anyway. All right. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. So what if you fail in entrepreneurship, right? She said that's a reality. People put all of that money into the business and things might not go so well. She see all the success stories on my Instagram that I'm posting, all of these testimonials. And first, let me say this. It really is impossible to fail if you get the cleaning business starter kit because I mean, everything is out there for you. The only way to fail with that is if you just don't do what I tell you to do. Okay. But okay, just talking general overall business. All right. If you fail, then guess what? You're not a failure. Okay. I have failed on every single business attempt that I had. Okay. I've been like, all right, I know y'all hear me say this a million times, but I'm going to say it again. I started doing business officially when I was 19 years old, okay? I'm 31 now. I have owned, what, two cleaning companies, two barbershops, and then did other little small miscellaneous like self-employed and hustles and stuff in between those times, right? Okay. Out of all of those different businesses, only one of them, well, actually, I'm sorry. Okay, I forgot to include Clean Business Network now. So out of those five real businesses that I actually had LLCs filed for, only two of them were successful. My cleaning company, my second cleaning company, and then Clean Business Network now I would consider it to be successful. Okay. Now, what did I do when I put all of my money into the first business? I failed, and then I tried again with another business. Okay. Then what did I do after that when I failed? I tried again with another because I'm gonna tell you all you do. The answer is you try again. Okay, you keep going. You're not a failure until you quit. Okay, you're not a failure until you stop. I don't think anybody watching these videos or listening to these podcasts would consider me as a failure. Okay, but I have failed several times. Okay, if you look at Henry Ford, if you look at all of these different people, they all failed, right? Edison, they said he failed 100 times before he finally got the light bulb. Well, it might have been way more than that. I'm probably screwing that quote all up. But either way, the point is, y'all see the point. You're not a failure until you stop. If you fail in a business idea and then you stop right there and say, oh, I guess it won't for me, I go get a job. That's when you're a failure, and you're only a failure because you quit. If you don't quit, it is impossible to fail because I'm going to tell you why. You learn from those mistakes. The reason why that I was able to start my second, because y'all know I started with a cleaning franchise. I didn't start with an independent at first. I recommend that you start independent. Don't get a cleaning franchise. But anyway, if I didn't fail on my first cleaning franchise, right? When I failed in my first cleaning franchise when I was 19, I bought the second one when I was about 20 something, ish, 23, 24. I can't remember the exact age, but it was in 2014. But anyway, when I bought that second one, I got the Franchise Owner of the Year award that very first year. How did I do that? Because I learned from the mistakes from the first time, okay? That's it. With my barbershops, both of them, the first time I had a barbershop, I was way too nice to my people, so I learned on the second barbershop, okay, be more strict. Okay. But then in the second one, I still didn't master it because, okay, I still couldn't figure out how to attract barbers to it. Okay. And I picked a bad location. All right. So now I know if I start a third one, okay, now I have to be more strict and I have to pick a better location. And I have to be better at recruiting. Okay, so you just learn from each one and then you try again, okay? And this is the biggest thing I think that people don't get when it comes to entrepreneurship and business, okay? It's a completely different mindset shift. It's a completely different mindset shift. And when you invest money into a company, the company has to be bigger than everything to you, okay? And most importantly, money. If you put in your last $3,000 into this business, and if it does fail, you can't look at it like, oh my God, all of that money I put into that and I lost it. I'm never going to get $3,000 again. You will get $3,000 again, thousands, hundreds of thousands of times again in your lifetime. Who cares? Don't dwell on it. You know what I mean? Every single experience is just a learning experience. And then you have to go into it knowing that you're going to make mistakes. Go into it knowing that things might not go exactly the way you plan. That's why I always tell y'all, like, don't stress over the small stuff. Just take action. Don't keep trying to make a 20-page business plan because no plan goes exactly the way that you think it's going to go anyway. Why? Because you don't know what you don't know. The moment you get started, you're going to find out new rules or regulations or laws or something that's going to throw you off. You're like, dang, I didn't even know that I had to do that. Like, for example, my first year in business, I had no idea about the difference between 1099 and W-2. I had no idea between that I had to turn in. There's a certain form that you got to turn in on your 1099 contract at the end of the year to the IRS, along with the 1099s. I forgot the name of it, but I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know how payroll taxes work. Okay, I didn't even know that there was a such thing as self-employment taxes. You don't know any of this stuff until you do it. But as long as you want it bad enough, you just keep going, learn from the mistakes. Okay. Most entrepreneurs do fail. Look at the studies. Most businesses don't succeed, okay? They don't. But if you keep going, you will. And then if you want to kind of get ahead of that curve, I would recommend that you hire a mentor, okay? Because if you get a mentor or some type of coach or some type of course or somebody that you could learn from that done this already before you've done it, that'll help mitigate that risk too and help you not, fail, okay? Because if I, like, and that's the other thing. One could argue that a lot of these people that you're seeing that I'm posting on my Instagram, posting on YouTube, and they telling you their success, you could argue, okay, well, the only reason they're successful because they had CBN, they might not have made it without that. That's possible, okay? So maybe get you a mentor. But then you also got to remember, too, there are people who bought the starter kit, that bought the course, and they still haven't gotten the first contract yet. But it's because they haven't taken action, okay? Period. That's really why. I'm telling you. And if they have taken action, they haven't taken enough. Okay, because it's not that hard. Really, I promise you it's not. But anyway, so what to do if you fail? You keep going. There's no such thing as failure until you stop. Like, stop worrying about what the hell other people think. Stop listening to your family members and your friends who never done what the hell you're trying to do before. If they haven't done it already successfully, please don't listen to them. If they're not doing it currently now successfully, please don't listen to them. That's it. If you fail, it's not a failure unless you stop. Okay? And keep this in mind too when I say unless you stop. If you fail at this business venture to like this year, right? And then you have to stop, go get a day job, and it take you like 2-3 years to get back out there, that's not stopping. Life is life, right? Life happens. I had year stints in between sometimes before I had another venture going on. And it's okay. You got to regroup, keep educating yourself, keep watching YouTube videos and learning, keep reading books, and keep changing your mindset. The mindset is the biggest thing. I see a lot of people, like, because I always got my eye on who's up and coming as far as, talking on the cleaning business on YouTube, right? I like to see who's coming up because if they stay consistent enough and they grow like a decent following, I'll reach out to them and give them a helping hand up, right? And so I'm always looking. And I see a lot of people coming out, and I can just kind of tell by the way some of them speak that they might not make it. You know what I mean? They probably won't make it because it's a mindset thing. It's just a mindset thing. It's as simple as that. And I didn't always have the mindset. I got the mindset from messing up so many times before in other ventures by not being mature enough at first. by not having that self-help or that education, the mindset to make it. I don't know what that was, but it didn't sound good. Right, some fail in the house. But anyway, that's all I got for y'all, man. If you fail, you just keep going. It's not hard. It's definitely not hard, all right? And if your email is not professional, getting back to that sidebar, that side point that I said in the beginning, fix it. Okay, fix that today. Make sure that your Facebook is professional, especially if you got your real name on Facebook and you searchable. And sometimes too, Facebook's so slick now that you can put a fake name, but if you type in that person's name, you still could come across their profile somehow. So make sure that your social media is, I ain't gonna say professional, that's subjective. What I'm gonna say is make sure that you have an image portrayed on your social media that you wouldn't mind your customers seeing, okay, upon first impression. That's what you need to know, okay? And the same thing goes for your email address. Make sure that your username and your email is correct, as well as the actual email address itself. Don't make it Hot Baby 21, okay? Have a professional email, name it after your cleaning company or something, or just name it after yourself. But don't get crazy with this stuff, all right? It's easy. This is common sense stuff. Thank y'all for listening, man. There's no such thing as failure as long as you don't stop. Trust me, I failed a million times. Nobody knows why, because everybody forget once you get to success, right? All people live in is denial. So people might know that you're failing right now, but y'all gotta remember how long life is. Nobody, and like, you're not that important to nobody anyway. You was not that important. We ain't that important to other people, y'all. People too busy. Everybody got life going on. Ain't nobody thinking about you started this damn, I don't know, bikini waxing company this year, and then 4 months later you out of business because you can't get no customers. Ain't nobody thinking about that. You move on. And the handful of people that do ask you about it, they either actually genuinely trying to be thoughtful and say, well, how's business going? Or they actually just, miserable in their own right, and they were hoping that you fail. But who cares? They miserable anyway. Why you care about what a miserable person think? They ain't stopping you. Just keep going. Keep going. Don't tell them about your idea next time. You know what I mean? Separate from people like that. That's it. But who cares? Nobody thinking about you, though. Next year, they won't even remember. Especially if you got another successful venture going. And this is one more thing, too. I'm going to say this before I go. If you do fail in a particular business, if you learn from it, and then you know next time exactly what you can do to fix it, do that same business again. Don't try to jump and learn a whole new thing, because the learning curve is going to be that much worse. If you've done something already and you failed, at least you got a head start on it, so you probably better off trying to do that thing again. I'm not telling you to stick into one thing over and over. If you want to switch. But I'm just saying that if you did learn something from that first mistake and you know a way that you can go back and do that same exact business a better way, it's probably best to do that. That's how I found success, okay? I failed in that cleaning company the first time. I started the second time. I knew exactly what to do. Now I'm good. Okay. And then when I found success with the second cleaning company, then I was able to start Clean Biz Network. And I used all of the things that I did right from that last company and put it into this company, and it seemed to be working. Okay. But you always learn. It's all a learning experience. Don't take this stuff so serious, y'all. There's no such thing as failure, man. Just keep going. You only fail when you quit. AJ Simmons, thank y'all for listening. If you're trying to start your cleaning company, www.cleanbiznetwork.com. Thank y'all for listening.